every once in a while, a life-changing event will arrive with fanfare and excitement. In my experience, most turning points in our lives don't announce themselves. If anything, they tend to creep up quietly when we're least expecting them. And we're live tonight for episode 19 of season 5, 3 Gossip Girls podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Michelle.
And we are feeling good because we had some cold brew. We had some cold brew a little bit ago, and Michelle says her heart's beating a little fast. Is it because this episode was so good?
Oh, yes, that's the reason. No, I never drink iced coffee or cold brew, any of the sorts. This was really good. But like the thing is, I've had hot coffee with you at night.
Yeah.
Why is this?
I think because cold brew is definitely a different vibe.
Whoa.
I mean, I remember the first time my mom got cold brew from Starbucks. She's like, oh yeah, cold brew. Like my brother-in-law always gets cold brew. And she was like, what is happening to me? Like, I don't feel okay. I feel like I'm sick. And I was like, Mom, you had cold brew. You didn't have like regular iced coffee. You had cold brew. Like, it's saturated.
Holy shit.
So maybe that's what's happening to you. And I apologize. But
No. It's like my heart's going so fast and I'm like super awake. And I'm like, what can we do? Let's do 1,000 projects.
I'm yawning. Anyway, we are discussing It Girl Interrupted, original air date April 9th, 2012, written by Amanda Lasher, directed by Omar Madha. So Serena decides she's ready to relinquish the spotlight and sets out to make a reluctant Lola the next It Girl of the Upper East Side, starting with modeling at the Kiki de Montparnasse lingerie show. That is not going to be said ever again, so I'm just going to call her the Kiki. Meanwhile, Chuck reaches out to Blair for some advice about his past, and Diana Payne's return to the Spectator starts a power struggle with Nate. Ay. This episode was rough. Am I right? I told you. It just gets...
No, you were right. I had a lot of questions. Like the whole time, I'm like, wait, is this actually happening? Wait, is this what's really occurring?
It was very confusing. And people in the Discord chat were still confused. And I'm still confused. And I've watched it 4 times.
The fact that you've watched this episode
I watched it 4 times. And I'm like, what is supposed to be happening? It just... The whole Serena stuff, the Lola and Nate faking out Diana, like, it was bad. But wasn't bad, I thought, was our Glassful of Gossip tonight, titled The Kiki, because it's a cute name. I wanted to do something that was like lingerie inspired. Stick with me. It was quite hard, so I went with something that reminded me of like sexy, secretive, seductive. So I went with a secret menu item from Starbucks titled the chocolate covered strawberry drink. I didn't come up with the name. The name is the Kiki, which normally is a venti cold brew with 2 pumps raspberry topped with cold foam, strawberry puree, and mocha drizzle. Now, we did not explore all of those. I just asked for a tall with 1 pump of raspberry and oat milk. And I wanted a mocha drizzle, but they didn't have, so we did caramel. So I felt like it was the best of all worlds because it wasn't too sweet and we didn't get all that sugar and craziness going on. But if you guys have tried this, please let me know. And maybe you want to try it for the future. So
this was a really, really good version of the drink. You should post this, actually.
I will.
I think you should post your exact recipe that you did. The way you customize it was really, really good. I don't like sweet drinks. I don't drink cold coffee, but this was delicious and felt like a dessert.
Yes.
If you got a venti, I would have died.
No, I would have died. Literally. We would have been... Especially if I added all those other things in there, we would have been crazy. But when I saw it on the secret menu, I'm like, oh, I love chocolate covered strawberries.
Me too.
That's one of my favorite desserts. Yeah. So I went with that, and I'm glad that it was good. So my 3 gossip words we paired for last week, we had paid, which we got the reveal. Chuck paid Blair's dowry in this episode, but also Ivy was tricked into thinking she was getting paid again, but she wasn't. Groomed, we have for Serena grooming Lola, which you predicted, and then skivvies. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck to put for the lingerie party.
It was perfect.
It was funny. I thought the word skivvies is just a funny word to me. But we can start the episode with Dan and Blair. So we have opening of the episode. The divorce papers are finally here. We know that Georgina was working on it somehow, but we don't really know how she spun it. But the day has finally come where Blair can just sign on the dotted line and she'll be able to freely date Dan in public, and all is well again for her. Later that day, Dan comes over to suggest like very sweet and cute fun things for them to do, like the things they like to do now that she's a free woman. But she says, oh no, the papers are just not finalized yet, and I don't want to take any risks. And so it's very obvious that she's trying to prolong her signing the papers, and Dan and Dorota are starting to catch on to her.
How long has it been?
A week.
Last time it was a month, right?
Yes, but since last week, maybe a week? A week or two? I don't know. I want to say it hasn't been that long, because I feel like, but then again, maybe it has, because Lily's like itching to get out of the apartment, and it does take a while for divorce papers to be put together. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If anyone has any insight in the chat,
yeah, let us know. Drop it in the chat. I'm just curious.
But let's say a month tops, but I don't know if that's pushing it. But we have Dan pressuring Dorota to show him the divorce papers, and this is when we get confirmation that she did not, in fact, sign.
Yeah.
So Louise signed his name, but she has not. And so Dan has a chat with Nate randomly about Blair, and during this conversation, it's revealed that Chuck has paid Blair's dowry.
Why was Padge visiting Nate? Is he bored?
He's definitely bored.
Like, what the fuck is he doing?
They're all bored.
Well, no, I mean,
right? Don't these all they all seem bored?
Well, here's the thing: Nate is working, doing what he's got to do. Serena's doing
nothing.
Her thing. Well, she's doing her thing. Blair's, trying to get divorced and shit. What is Padge doing? He was working on the book, and now he's just floating around.
Yeah, I mean, in next week's episode, we get like he's working on a second,
like a proposal or something.
Yeah, so he's, I guess, semi-working, but we just don't see anything. But he does frequently go visit Nate at the office, and Nate says he can hang out with him and chat about Blair. It's like, that's what they do, I guess. And Nate is like, I'm not supposed to say anything. It's a really good thing, actually. It's like, well, he told you not to tell anyone. Like, Blair can never know. And it's not a good thing, being that one of your best friends is in a relationship with her, and it's probably not the best thing to tell anyone.
Nate is the best friend, but the worst friend. Don't tell Nate anything, because
he always has good intentions.
He can't keep it to himself.
But he can't keep a secret.
Yeah.
Time and time again.
It happens.
And you noticed his fat lip.
Oh.
And she said, I couldn't stop staring at it.
It's all I saw. Why didn't they write that in? Like, oh, I fell. Just something stupid.
Or like,
I walked into the wall.
I don't know. Like, Lola and I got frisky and she bit my lip. Like, something, just anything. You know? Anything.
Yeah.
But they just completely ignore it.
I mean, it was right there.
It was right there. It was, it looked painful.
Or if, like, he was allergic to something. They could be like, oh, I had an allergic reaction.
I guess they just didn't want to bring attention to it. So Dan, then after finding out Chuck has paid the dowry, believes that Blair must know, and that's why she's not signing the papers. She's second guessing the relationship with him, and that's why she was acting all funny. And even Dorota calls out Blair later on, saying, why haven't you signed the papers? And Blair just says, I'm not ready to let it go yet. And before she can really explain what she means, she gets a visit from Chuck. And of course, this visit gets posted on Gossip Girl thanks to Serena, aka Gossip Girl. And Dan immediately thinks the two are canoodling again. And he calls her. She assures him nothing is going on. Had hair on the mic. It was just like tickling my lip.
I have a hole in mine.
Do you?
So in the time that I've seen you, there's an indent. Someone bit it.
Oh, okay. Cat
solely
bit.
She's the one who stays in here now. Anyway,
so Dan calls Blair to tell her, hey, I know that Chuck paid your dowry. And she's like, wait, what? I didn't know that. And now I need to go find Chuck. So Blair.
So what did you think of Chuck doing this?
I think, do I fully 100% believe that he did this for selfless reasons? No. I feel like he did it to free her so that eventually down the line he could be like, yeah, we could be together again.
Another long con.
Another long con. I paid your dowry.
I've never known you
Which
forget that.
she didn't want, because we had this conversation. She says, I don't want to owe you anything. I don't want this hanging over our heads. If we were to be together, I would feel like I would owe you, because I mean, then this is a huge chunk of change. We don't know how much, but so much it would bankrupt her family, and so much that Chuck's not liquid. So it must be a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah. What did you think? Do you think it's 100% selfless? Because I feel like nothing Chuck ever does is 100% selfless.
No, and I think in life it's really hard, even if people say they're just doing a good deed and they don't need something in the future back. But if things were to go sour, they would, maybe Chuck or someone would throw that in your face.
He didn't have to tell Nate.
He didn't.
He could have just had this between him and his lawyer or Andrew, whoever it was. I guess maybe because Nate asked him for
spectator funding, right?
He could have said, yeah. So maybe let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He thought nobody would know and she would never know. But then how would she think? If he didn't know that Georgina was trying to figure this out for her, how would else?
What do you mean?
If he didn't know Georgina was trying to help her, why would he think this? I don't know why.
Get the whiteboard out.
The whiteboard out.
Let's connect the strings.
Him paying the dowry is freeing her. So how else would she have thought she was free? How did he know Georgina was helping her? Because it just kind of was coincidental that he paid it.
Well,
does he know that Georgina knows that she's going to help Blair, or
I thought
whatever she
they
said?
were going to work together? No.
They did, but that was to out Dan.
Right.
But I don't know if Chuck knows that Georgina was supposed to supposedly help Blair get out of this dowry. Anyway, my point is, there is no point.
There's no point.
There's no point. Why am I exhausting myself? Okay, so she goes off to find Chuck. Blair confronts Chuck to ask if this was all a ruse for them just to get back together, much like their past experiences. He swears it's not. It was only for me to free you, to give you happiness. He just wants her to be happy. And so Dan later apologizes to Blair, telling her that, I didn't know that you didn't know, and I thought that this was a sign that maybe something was going sour here. And she admits it has nothing to do with Chuck. It has nothing to do with the dowry. It just has to do with me and wanting to still be a princess. And I can't help but laugh every single time she has this speech with the stupid music in the background. She's like, I never get to be a princess. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is what I'm watching?
Yeah, but...
And I'm like, does Leighton laugh every time she says something about her being a princess? It just...
I'm sure she does, funny. But this really is Blair.
It's so Blair. No, that's why.
You know what I mean?
I know. I don't know why I'm even surprised that I feel this way. But I'm just like, okay, we're going there. So she feels like she wasn't a princess. She didn't get her opportunity to be the princess that she always wanted to be. And so Dan, knowing this, the best part of the episode, in my opinion, is he takes her to the Met step. She gets all dolled up in this huge ball gown, and he crowns her with a tiara, and he tells her, you should feel like a princess, at least for the last time. And he brings all these little minion-esque girls, and they're taking pictures with her. And I just, every second she's on the screen, I'm like, you get more and more stunning the more I watch you.
She looked beautiful.
I was so in love with her face, and just her smiling at Dan, thank you so much for doing this for me, and him actually seeing she's so joyful and happy. I was like, this is it. This is what you should have.
Yeah. He did a really...
Chuck never did this for you.
No.
Sorry, I'm biased.
Well, obviously, we both are, but he did a really good deed with nothing in return. There was no scheming, and
it was sweet.
It was really sweet.
And she was so genuinely happy. She really was happy.
Yeah.
And it was perfect, and she felt like she needed to text Chuck and say thank you. Thank you for freeing me.
Yeah.
Freeing me with Dan, and now I can truly get what I deserve.
I mean, do you think if Padge didn't do this grand gesture, she would have maybe thought twice about Chuck? Even though she had that conversation with him of, I didn't ask you to do this. I didn't want you to buy me again, with the whole hotel situation, or trade me for the hotel, right?
Yeah, the trade.
Because I feel like at one moment, at a moment she thought, oh my God, he did this for me. He's the one. I thought there was going to be a switch.
Well, and it almost makes you seem like the part where the elevator door opens, Dorota's like, what else is holding you back? And it's like, Chuck Bass right there. And you're like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, me, I was like, oh, man, no. Don't get second doubts, Blair. But luckily, they have a sweet ending to this episode. What's not so sweet is Serena. And guys, I am going in. I'm sorry. I cannot deal with her in this episode.
What a switch of attitude,
So
especially
unattractive.
with her cousin. And honestly, she's just really depressed.
She's in a dark
She
place.
is a sad person.
She's a really sad person. I hate to laugh because we shouldn't laugh at people who are sad. You shouldn't be sad, Serena. You
No.
have so much that could go for you. You just need to venture out and try something different. Your patterns, hey, we all need to learn these lessons. Like the patterns that we get ourselves into, you need to step out. And this is when you find things that you start to love and people that inspire you. Like she's not inspired to do anything.
The Gossip Girl handover has made her evil.
It's not
Evil.
cute.
And it also, when you start following things so closely or scrolling on Instagram and comparing yourself, you do get into that dark headspace, right?
You do.
So this is just completely turned Serena into this person that
I know.
we judge her and critique her because she's usually like, oh, Serena,
She usually has like a good
and
heart.
good heart. But this has made her very not likable. These are not good traits.
No. And even Gossip Girl is trying to get her out of here. She's like, give me the password back.
Well, she wants her back. She wants it back.
Right. And like, Serena's like not that great of a Gossip Girl.
It's all she has, though.
It's all she has. It's all she has. Yeah, so she's still pretending to be Gossip Girl. She has the login. She's deleting tips coming in, some about her personal life, love life, whatever it may be. Gossip Girl messages her, says, you need to give me the rights back ASAP. But Serena says, I need to do something first. So like, what did you think she was going to do?
I don't know.
And she really didn't do anything.
Well, she tried to get a new it girl, but then didn't really want that.
Right. And also Blair kind of gave her that idea. So I'm like, what were you planning on doing before Blair gave you that idea?
True. Do you think she actually had a plan?
I don't know. She wants to be off of Gossip Girl's radar. I don't know how she would have achieved that.
Who did she make the comment to? She's like, Gossip Girl has been pretty quiet.
To Blair.
Not talking about me.
To Blair.
As of late.
I'm like, really, Serena? It's gross. Your attitude is gross.
You became the person that people assume you are.
Yes.
And you've been fighting
the person that Gossip Girl made you out to be.
Right. And you've tried so hard to not portray yourself as that person, but you actually just became that person.
Right.
Making the narrative true.
Right. And she had been telling back, a ton of episodes ago about the Chivy stuff and how you can't let Gossip Girl get to you. I used to, and now I don't anymore. And it's like, well, now you are just as bad as Gossip Girl, and you're feeding into everything that makes Gossip Girl who she is.
Yeah.
And you are just getting down a rabbit hole of like, I'm sure celebrities and like whoever you see, who's on social media, they're always like, I can't read the comments, or I won't read anything about me. I won't watch my own movies. I won't listen to myself, like, because you don't want that negativity. And Serena has just submersed herself in this world. And it's really taken her down a dark road. And so much so that she's being Gossip Girl and telling Blair, Gossip Girl hasn't posted about me. It's so weird. Blair's like, oh, you'll be back on her radar soon. Don't worry. You have to model in the Kiki party. So, Gossip Girl will be all over that. She won't be able to resist. And so Serena's like, well, how do I stay off of Gossip Girl's radar? And this is when Blair suggests, why don't you find a new it girl to take your place? And that way they'll get all the attention and you'll be on the back burner. And then they also tell the story about how Serena actually became Gossip Girl's like favorite target is when they were in a school trip. She was wearing a white dress. It got wet. The rest is history.
Yeah.
We can imagine what happened there. And she got a target on her back. So Serena decides, oh, let me take that brand new cousin sister I really wanted to get to know, and I'm going to use her as my target. I'm like, why are we doing this? You literally could have picked anyone else.
Even though family is everything.
Family's
and you gotta be loyal, but this is a good idea. What?
Yeah. She's spiraling. I feel like every couple of seasons we're like, Serena's spiraling. Because we always get back to like this place where she hits the rock bottom and I have nothing going on and nobody loves me and I don't love myself and how do I get out of this pattern? I really want to change. And every time we end up here.
Yeah.
It's really sad. How do we get her out of the spiral? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Lola comes over for some advice on Diana and Nate because as she finds out, Diana and Nate had dated. And so Serena and Lola bond a little bit and Serena decides, I'll take you to Kiki's showroom, lingerie store, whatever it is, and we can try on some lingerie. And they're talking, and during this time they're having a conversation about how Lola needs to be in Nate's world and get to know what he likes, and they should have common interests because without that you have nothing. I'm like, I'm sorry. Opposites attract? We always heard that. So
not even
I didn't like this advice.
I think they have more in common than they.
Yeah, Nate doesn't really
on the surface. He doesn't need an it girl.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't need an Upper East Side girl.
Right. And Serena's like pushing that on her. And so to make matters even worse, she says, here, try on this lingerie. She puts her in the dressing room and immediately pulls the fire alarm. So Lola has to run out of the store in her skivvies and forces her to basically get photographed in her underwear so all the people can take her picture.
And it's the lingerie that's going to be modeled, right? This is the Serena, essentially,
I guess
right?
so.
The lingerie that's named after Serena.
I guess so, because we never really do see the actual piece of clothing, but we're to assume the Serena. So later, to make matters even worse, then Diana actually messages Gossip Girl. Diana herself, pathetically, messages Gossip Girl and says that her and Nate are going to the party together, and all because of this. This is why Nate and Lola plan against Diana, which we'll get to. But this leads to Serena and Lola having a tiff. Again, we'll get to that because I have a lot to say about that. So the next day, Lola comes to apologize to Serena, and Serena does apologize back to her, pushing Lola to be the new it girl. And Lola mentions how she's meeting with an agent because of all of the press that she's been getting and her new it girl status. And she thinks she wants to be like the basic B kind of
the every
girl, because Serena's untouchable. And she wants to be more relatable. And Serena's like, oh, well, in theory, that's good, but like it's fleeting. You don't ever know how it's going to go. And like the two fakely make up because Serena's like thinking shit in her head. I'm like, oh God, she's so annoying.
She's so petty.
And so then Lola leaves and Serena is getting all these messages on Gossip Girl like, who's Lola? I love Lola. What's about Lola? And Serena gets super jealous, I guess, that she posts that photo of Lola was staged by Lola. And like, Serena Vanderwoodsen's the only it girl on the Upper East Side. Like, don't mess with her. Like, ew.
I know. It's so gross. It's so...
Get the fuck over
because
yourself.
I think, in theory, you're like, I'm ready to not be in the limelight. But then when you get a taste of, oh, shit, I'm going to be dethroned. Irrelevant. Fuck that. I'm in charge. I have nothing. I'm a sad human. Mm-hmm. Let me put down my cousin who I thought I was trying to get to know.
Right.
And then get mad at her. Like, what?
Right. And getting mad at her basically behind her back. Like you're spinning this and Lola doesn't even know that you're like in a fight, basically. Like Lola just thinks Gossip Girl's now out to get her.
Right.
Very suspicious.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now Gossip Girl's out to get her. So more on that later. We have to talk about Chuck. Chuck that morning has his meeting with Andrew Tyler, who tells him Elizabeth has been living in Vienna for the past 6 months and that she doesn't really want to be found. As we know, I mean, this is like the story every time, right? And Chuck doesn't know how to proceed with this. He doesn't know if he should actually try and make contact with her. And he just wishes his person, Blair Waldorf, could be there to give him some friendly advice.
His person.
And this is also when we hear for the first time that Chuck has paid the dowry that Blair can never know about. But Blair, of course, does find out from Dan, which leads to confrontation. But before that, Chuck tells Blair he wants her help, a friendly advice in deciding whether or not he should make contact with Elizabeth. And she really feels that she can't give him an answer. Like she feels this is not her place. They're not friends. They never were, and they never really will be. And it's always a hidden agenda. And he's like, you're right, but I did come here just to ask for your advice, nothing more. But she hopes that he just figures it out on his own because she doesn't want to be involved.
Fair.
She
Valid.
doesn't want to get wrapped up in his world again. And she says that too, like, you're using your mother as a ruse to get me back into your life. She's not wrong.
Right.
So he is looking for friendly advice. And so Serena hears out what he has to say. And she says, well, I totally think you should because this is Serena and family is always worth the risk.
This was a good response. We both applauded Serena to say this because it is true. She went looking for her father and did want to get to know Lola and Chivy when that whole situation happened, thinking it was, Charlie. But like, way to be a hypocrite, Serena.
Right. You're using your family.
Using your family.
And it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
But after that, Chuck does meet with Andrew, who says there's no way that Elizabeth could have given him the blood, being that she's got an airtight alibi. She was
in a monastery.
In a monastery in Tibet. And Chuck says, well, you need to find out who actually did give me the blood. So more on that.
Yeah.
In next week's episode. Okay, so now we have to sum up the rest of the Nate, Diana, Lola. Ooh, cringy stuff. Did not really care for this storyline, but it's the day that Diana Payne has made her way back to the Upper East Side. Nate admits to Chuck he actually hasn't told Lola that they used to date. He hopes to get everything squared away with Diana first before he tells Lola. And then we see Lola walking with her friend Aiden, who's in town from Florida. And at this time, she tells Aiden, I would really like to know my new cousin, because she doesn't know she's her sister. And Aiden says, well, you need to spend more quality time with her. And while they're walking, they run into Nate, who's surprised to see another man on her arm. You can definitely see right away he's jealous.
Oh, of course.
And then she brings up Diana Payne, and he brushes it off because he doesn't know what to say. And he rudely leaves. And both Aiden and Lola are like, that was weird.
Nate was such a shit in this episode.
He was.
I mean, I understand that they were working together. I guess I still don't understand how that all happened. But
right.
Overall, he was a shit.
Yes. So she goes on Gossip Girl, Lola, to basically, it's the Bible, to find out like
the Bible.
What has happened between Nate and Diana. And she finds out this is Nate's ex. She's upset he didn't tell her, as she would be. Nate heads to his office to find Diana messing with his things, claiming that this office is hers again, and he tells her that investors don't get offices. And she mentions that the Spectator needs help, so she decided to become a sponsor at the Kiki lingerie party, the Down to Your Skippies party, to help bring up their reputation. So Nate's like, well, now I have to go. And she assumes that they'll go together, or he'll go solo. And he says, well, no, actually, I have a girlfriend.
And it won't look
girlfriend, good. Lola, and we'll both be there. So later, Lola and Serena go shopping. This is when they have the moment of the fire alarm. And Serena has that conversation with Lola. And so the photo gets posted of Lola on Gossip Girl, as well as the Charlotte Road stuff is out. So people are really talking about Lola, so much so that Kiki has invited her to model in the lingerie party fashion show. I don't really know what to call it. She immediately says no, but Serena says, no, this will impress Nate and it will impress Diana, so that you're a force not to be messed with. Like, okay.
Doubt it. Diana's
not threatened.
Going to be threatened by you.
No, she's not threatened by anyone. Truly. We then get the blast that Nate and Diana are going to the party together. So Nate tries to explain himself to Lola that Gossip Girl is lying, but Lola says, I already know you were lying about dating Diana, so of course this is another lie. And Nate states that they shouldn't fight in his office because Diana is determined to kick him out, and so they don't want to give her any ammo. So he promises he's only going to this party as a work event, not for personal agenda, and he basically doesn't invite her to come with him.
But at this point, are they working together?
Yes. She told Serena they actually had to stage the fight in the office so Diana would overhear the fight. It's like the plan was set. I don't know when they had this discussion.
That's what I want to know. Like, when was this plan in motion?
They must have had like a text or phone call, right? Because we didn't see it. Probably right after
the meeting on the street.
Maybe.
Did he go? No. Did it go back that far?
I don't know. Maybe he felt guilty enough where he was like, I need to tell you that Diana and I actually used to date. Like, we don't know.
Is there a deleted scene, or we're
know.
just not supposed to see that?
Maybe there's a deleted scene. I don't know. Someone let us know. So after that, Diana tells Nate that she overheard the fight naturally, and she says that it would look good if they go together. So he agrees to go together. So later on, Lola heads to see her cousin to tell her the latest on the Nate stuff. And so Serena says, well, you can stay home and wallow, or you can model. So she invites her to come back to the lingerie show. And so Lola says, well, I'm going to bring a date. Again, all like planning. This is exactly what she needed.
Right.
And so the party is underway. Lola arrives with Aiden as her date. Serena says, once Lola meets Diana, Serena says once Lola models, did not mean to say meets, Diana will see that Lola is this force, not to mess with her. Nate will be so happy, and they'll be the newest, hottest couple on the Upper East Side. Sure.
Doubt it.
So Lola states she wants to meet Diana first. So she goes over to her and she says, I'm modeling. And Diana's like, oh, here's your friend. And Aiden's like drooling over her. And she's like, oh, you better be careful. You might lose 2 men to me tonight. Ew.
Gross.
Diana really rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, not a fan of her. Just
like,
I'm here for her for Chuck's story.
It's for the Chuck
That's
story.
it.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else.
Every line she delivers feels like a joke.
It does.
To me.
Disingenuous.
It's exactly. Like, I can never tell. Are you actually telling the truth? Do you actually care about Nate? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nate is convinced that Diana came back for him, which very well might be the case. She's determined to ruin his relationship. And she says, that's not true. I'll prove it to you. So she goes and she kisses Aiden, and she brings him over to a dressing room, and they start hooking up. But apparently this is what Nate and Lola wanted all along, because I guess this plan has been in motion for however long it was in motion for.
How did they know this was going to happen?
They didn't. That's why it's so confusing. I'm like, wait, when did this start?
I guess they know how easy she is.
Right. I guess they knew.
He's good looking. Is he 16?
He can't be 16. There's no way he's 16. If he's a friend from Florida.
At camp. They met at acting camp.
Okay. He can't be 16.
How old is Lola? 19?
This is her first year
18?
at Juilliard, so 18, 19.
So
He has to be 17, 18.
This 16-year-old just from Florida traveled to New York by himself to look at Juilliard?
No, he can't be 16.
16?
He can't be.
Supposedly. I'm not buying it.
Supposedly 16. So they start hooking up. Nate is videotaping it and threatens to post it, that Aiden's only 16. This will be child pornography. And Diana's like, go ahead. Actually, you distributing this would make you also be next to me in the jail cell.
Right,
so this whole thing backfired. And then what kills me the most is Serena getting upset over this. Guys, Serena gets upset over this. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Why are you upset?
You used me.
You used me, she says. I'm like, you used Lola, though, this whole time. So she's like, Lola, I can't believe you would do this. You needed me to get here. You were just planning on ruining Diana's life tonight, and you need to go. And she tells her she can't model in the fashion show. I'm like, when are you the boss? Okay. So then Serena's in her skivvies, and she's about to model the Serena, which now the assistant Tracy says, well, you actually can't model it because we called it the Lola, and Serena van der Woodsen can't wear the Lola.
How is status so fleeting?
Right. So please go and change, and we'll get something else for you to wear. And Serena's like, what is happening to my life? Like, all the things I used to know are getting ripped away from me. So the next day, Diana apologizes to Nate, stating she didn't realize how badly she hurt him back then with the Williams stuff. And he just doesn't know if they can actually work together peacefully, but she assures him we'll be okay. Also, by the way, I'm confessing I do have feelings for you.
Bullshit. She misses his young dick.
It's fresh young penis.
That's all she misses.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. She's full of shit.
She also says, I was punishing myself by coming clean about the Gossip Girl blast.
No.
Or tips or whatever.
No, I'm not buying it.
Because again, the way she's delivering it, she's like, Like everything's a joke.
You can't take her seriously.
Yeah, and Nate's like, oh, okay, well, she's like, well, nothing's going to come between us. I will never do anything to hurt your relationship.
And she got an office downstairs.
Right.
And she said she has other business to take care of, which I'm like, give me the Chuck stuff.
Right. That's the only thing that matters.
You're the one who donated blood.
Maybe.
At this point.
Right. Because if we're just bringing her back just for the Nate stuff, I'm sorry.
We're not
here for
We're
it.
not.
Not
We're
here.
clearly not.
Yeah. So then after Serena posts Gossip Girl, about how Lola has staged these photos of her in the lingerie, Lola gets upset. She calls Nate, but she's told that he's with Diana and he can't be bothered. So to fuel her fire even more, the paparazzi come over and they start swarming her. And so she decides to let them take photographs
She poses.
of her. Yeah, she's like, here I am, every girl.
Every girl on the street.
Every girl, here I am. And lastly, Lufus is in trouble. We have
Oh my
to mention
God,
this.
Lufus. Whoops.
Yeah.
Forgot about you.
Mm-hmm. And so Lily is struggling with living in Brooklyn, as we know. And knowing that Chivy is living in her apartment is really getting to her, which again, all understandable. So sweet Rufus, sweet Rufus, he says he spoke with Chivy. He spoke with her and says, you can have money if you give us back the apartment. We'll unfreeze the assets. So Lily is literally horrified. She's like, I cannot believe you negotiated with terrorists that we don't do this.
Mhm.
And he's like, but Ivy agreed to do it. So all you have to do is just call your lawyer. And so Lily says that while it was a nice gesture, she can't live with Chivy living in her apartment and having Cece's money. So Rufus reminds her they have a lot of money and just get your apartment back. Let's just get this in the past.
Did you think this was wrong of Rufus to do this?
I felt it.
It did overstep a boundary.
It overstepped a boundary because he went behind Lily's back to call Chivy, and we know Lily is not keen on Chivy.
Right.
And so much so to say, hey, we'll unfreeze the assets. It's not your money.
Yeah, it's
Cece's money.
It's bad. And also the fact of, like, again, we like Chivy, but I can understand how Lily's feeling.
Right. And Rufus seems to be obviously more understanding of Chivy than Lily is. But
Yeah.
he doesn't know the Chivy we know either. So
No.
like the fact that he's like, yeah, I'll just unfreeze the assets. I'll get Lily to do it.
Right.
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 He's stepping on a boundary there too. And so Lily says, yeah, I'll call the lawyer. She ends up not calling the lawyer. And Ivy's lawyer calls Rufus, stating that she was told there was going to be a check at the bank, but of course it's nowhere to be found. Rufus realizes Lily never did call her lawyer, and now she's basically going to make Chivy homeless because she's going to make sure she gets the apartment before Chivy can get back in because Chivy left the key there. And she's going to lock her out somehow. This is really messed up. But also, is it?
Right. It's messed
know.
up because we feel for
conflicted.
Chivy, but we understand Lily's point of view here.
Right. And so Rufus is like, I can't believe you did that. You lied to me for the millionth time. I'm so sick of this. And Lily's like, let's just go back. Let's stop fighting. I'm over it. And he's like, but I'm not. You lied to me. But you went behind her.
Exactly. You went behind her back regarding the mother and the assets, which was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I get you're not over it because she lied again, but you also did something sketchy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So she says, let's go home. He says, the Brooklyn loft is actually looking a lot more like home for me. And so she ends up going back to the Vanderwoodson loft and he stays in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And to be continued with that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's my lovely summary for this episode. So many frustrating.
What a doozy.
Frustrating parts to
Yikes.
it. Yeah. Next week's episode, maybe a tad better, but that's a stretch. They better have bangers in the last 4.
Bangers?
Because
oh my goodness.
next week we're hitting episode 20. There's only 24.
Right.
Which only 24. I mean, that's a lot. But I feel like what can we do with we need to have like huge things in the next 4 episodes because it is like really going downhill.
How far have you watched?
I only watched into maybe the beginning of 21.
Okay.
but that is it. And I don't even remember.
So you haven't
what
gotten to the
happened.
penultimate, because usually those are the best,
No, and I'm trying to find out. I have to read the summaries maybe of when the thing I know is happening happens. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'm assuming probably penultimate to the end of the season.
Right.
Because it's a big thing. So
Right.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Jacqueline and Courtney.
Yay!
Jacqueline is one of our patrons. She's been our patron for a while now. And she was like, do you need guests? I'm like, yes, please come on.
Why haven't we thought of this
Why
earlier?
haven't we thought of this earlier?
Yeah.
So just stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back from your break. We are joined by our patron, Jacqueline, and her pod friend, bestie, Courtney from Caffeinated Crimes podcast. As I'm spitting all over the mic, welcome, ladies. We're so happy to have you.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So let us know about your Gossip Girl journey, because I'm curious as to how many times you have watched, binged maybe. What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? Go ahead.
You want me to go first? Okay, you're just pointing at me? Okay.
I should say, anyway.
Good point.
Yeah, so I've watched it twice all the way through. So the first time I watched it was like right after it ended. So that was it all was on Netflix, and I was like, let's go, we're gonna binge it. It was spoiled for me, like season 1, who Gossip Girl was. So like I knew the whole time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because it had just happened, so everyone was talking about it. And then I recently rewatched it as like my COVID pandemic life sucks rewatch. So I was like, it's perfect. It is the perfect palate cleanser for a pandemic.
Did you feel the same way about it the second time you watched? Or did you like get a different perspective maybe? Because I mean, if you watched it when it was just came out, that was 2012. So a long time ago.
I definitely felt really old. Because I was in college when I first watched it, and I was like, oh, totally.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is how people live. And now I'm like, no, that's not how people live.
Right.
But I really did enjoy it. There's so many storylines. It kind of felt like rewatching it for the first time all over again, because I forgot so much stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine
I can
that.
see that. Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah,
Jacqueline?
Yeah, I started watching it for the first time probably around like 2015 or 2016. And I watched like 3 episodes and I was like, I don't like it. And then when you guys started doing the pod, I was like, okay, let me give it another try. And so I started it then, like when you all started, and then I finished it in, like 8 weeks or so. But I've just watched it the one time, but then obviously I've been listening along every week. So I hear the recaps and everything. And it's the same thing that Courtney said. It's like, oh, wow, I forgot this happened and this happened. And it really can be like so many shows in one because so much is happening.
Yeah, even watching the episode for like this episode, I was like, I only watched the show like 2 months ago and I don't remember half of this. Like, I don't remember it.
Yeah. Do you either of you have like a favorite storyline that you can remember so far?
Trying to think with like where we're at to make sure we don't say anything.
I think I've always loved like the Blair and Chuck back and forth. For some reason that always hooked me in. Just like, will they, won't they?
Okay.
Like, are they going to be together? Are they not? So
you're a chair stan.
I am. I know it's controversial, and watching it now, I was like, but I still can't help it. I love them.
Yeah, you go back to your roots.
Yeah.
First time
I
you
agree.
watched,
We're like, like you watch them and you're like, oh, it's so problematic, but like I still root for you. I don't know why, but I do, and it's it's and you know how toxic they are, but I still just enjoy. I think like Courtney said too, like the back and forth, and then like, okay, now what's going to happen, and just the kind of not really knowing how it's going to end and everything.
Yeah. Do you guys feel that Chuck is being genuine? In this episode when we were discussing, we felt like we don't know if it was 100% selfless, him paying the dowry. What do you guys think? Because I feel like I'm on the fence if I believe that was fully selfless of him or not.
I'm always torn with him. It's kind of always hard to tell, but I feel like he did come like a long way like throughout the show, and maybe he's trying to be better. So like maybe in his heart he's trying to be selfless, but he might not actually be like
Right. It's like a step in the right direction.
Yeah, but it's like
to him this feels selfless, but maybe
it's like, hey, if I get
100%.
Blair back too, then win-win. But
Right. A hope for more that could come for
You
that.
feel the same way, Jacqueline?
Yeah, I think like on like a spectrum, he's like leaning more towards selfless than he has previously, but I think it's still in the back of his mind that he still has those selfish motives, but I don't think it's like overpowering at this point.
I mean, isn't that part of the whole human experience? It would be pretty tough in his position to not feel that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you do this good deed, but you're still secretly hoping this is the love of your life, that maybe one day this really will, I don't know, sway her and we could be together. I mean, I don't know what happens, but I'm convinced they're endgame. And like you were saying, like you guys are Cher stans. I don't love Cher, but at this point, to me, they are the couple of Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes sense. Gossip Girl is Cher, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. Yeah. I don't like any other couple. So
yeah, I think because they're consistent too, even though they're on and off.
Right.
Like everyone else is kind of, you know, it's not really like consistent and, you know.
Yeah, they're like
they kind of jump all over the place. They go back to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like you know what to expect almost. And every time we're doing this again, I'm like, why am I surprised that we're doing this again? That we're going the back and forth. I'm like, why am I surprised? This is what they do.
Yeah.
Right.
So at least you can rely on that. So how do you guys feel about seeing Dan and Blair being together? Do you hate it?
I hate it.
Yes.
Your faces are great.
I never thought it made sense personally. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like at this point, like I listened to one of your recent episodes and you were saying like, these are some of like the worst episodes. And I feel like the writers were like, who haven't we put together?
Yeah.
Dan, there we go. That one, mark that one off. Like, it just felt forced to me, I guess.
Right. And Michelle think. Oh, sorry, Jacqueline. Go ahead.
Like I don't enjoy them together, but it does feel like realistic in terms of like you have a friend group and it's like, oh, everyone kind of dates everyone, and eventually you reach a point and you're like, oh, well, we haven't tried this yet, so let's give it a shot and see what happens. You know, so it does feel realistic to me, but I don't enjoy them together either.
Yeah, but I will say, like this episode, I was like, okay, that's kind of sweet. Like, it was kinda sweet.
That was the best part.
Okay, like that's not too bad, but like overall, I just don't think they're sustainable or like make sense really.
Do you like them as a friendship though? Do you see a friendship there?
I really dislike Dan in general this season, so it's hard to like enjoy his different pairings, but it's unique, I feel like. I feel like it's a different relationship than any of the other relationships in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just refreshing, kind of like how Lily and Chuck have that refreshing relationship that you don't see very often. You're like, okay, we like that because it's different. I feel like that's why I gravitate towards Dan and Blair, because it's something different, something we don't see. And I do feel like, and I've said this time and time again, but I feel like they have good chemistry, whether that's romantically or not. I feel like the chemistry is still there. So I like to see that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like they're actually together because they want to be together and not because they have these ulterior motives or they're trying to get ahead or get, you know, information, or like all the other relationships seem to be that way where they're very, you know, toxic and manipulative, and Dan and Blair are more just, you know, they just like being together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do you guys have favorite characters?
Dorota. 100%.
Yeah, we were texting about this when we watched it, and we were like, she's like the only character like you don't hate at some point. Like she's our rock. I've also always loved Serena, and I don't know if that's because I just adore Blake Lively, but I've always loved Serena.
Yeah, I was shitting on her before in the beginning.
She was rough in this
terrible
episode.
in this episode. This episode's terrible.
It was bad.
But
It was
Yes.
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like hearing Serena because, as we said before, we always get so many Blairs. Blair. Everyone loves Blair. And, like, I love Blair, too. But I like when people say Serena because I feel like it's not a very frequent answer, at least on this podcast, of people we've talked to. So she's just, and she sometimes it just
she's too much
needs
sometimes.
to take a break from her.
Yeah, and this episode was just a poor representation of who she really is. I'm hoping we're going to pass this evil spout.
Hopefully.
It's not good.
I feel like in general, you like at different times either love or hate her. Like there's usually not like a middle ground. It's like, oh man, I loved Serena this episode, or man, I hated Serena this episode.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I definitely have felt that on this podcast watching, like, all right, I really enjoyed Serena. I feel like in the earlier seasons, Michelle and I were picking her as like MVP a lot. And now I feel like it's really far and few between when I pick her at all or care about her storyline, because I feel like the writers really didn't do much with her character towards the end of the show. So I look forward to seeing where she ends up. I mean, I know like some aspect of it, but like she's really lost right now. She's in a dark place.
Yeah.
She needs to find herself. She needs to find what makes her happy, because being Gossip Girl is definitely toxic for her. And it's not ending well. She's ruining a relationship with a cousin that she didn't even know she really had. Also, it's her sister, which she will eventually, I'm sure, find that out. So she might want to be nice to her. You know?
And she tried so hard to get her to hang out with her. And then she's clouded. Bad judgment.
Yeah, it was like
bad
she
judgment.
was like using her, and then she was like, "You used me. I'm so mad." And I'm like,
Yeah. So
I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
Yeah, that part. That's when the it hit it for me. I was like, oh no, Serena, not today.
But you can tell Serena like truly believes that. Like she doesn't think that she did anything wrong. She truly believes like, oh, you screwed me over, not the other way around.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, she's a little
Gossip Girl put a spell over her.
Okay.
It's exactly what is, because it's true. She felt nothing, like she did nothing wrong. How dare you? It's like, hello?
Yeah.
What have you been doing? Yeah.
Let's go into some questions. So we have Jess. She wants to know, should Chuck have paid Blair's dowry? Should he have said anything or just have kept it a secret? Well, Michelle and I were saying how he really could have kept it a secret, but the fact that Nate needed the money for the Spectator, kind of, he would have had to tell him. So, and Nate had to blabbermouth it. So, do you guys think that Chuck should have paid Blair's dowry? How do you feel about it?
I don't think it would be Chuck if he didn't. Like, I think it's like the most like representation of Chuck of like, of course I'm just gonna pay it. Like, I'm gonna pay it. Like,
right.
And he didn't intentionally make sure that Blair knew that, but then I also wonder like, did he say something so that it would get back around to Blair? Because that also would be kind of Chuck.
Yeah, like I think he would have told her at some point. Like it would have come out at some point.
Yeah, and I can't imagine if it was anyone else but Blair if he would have said, yeah, I'll pay that for you. Like if Nate really, like, let's just say Nate needed a lot of money for the Spectator. I mean, maybe he would have done
I think
that.
he would have, especially now. I think he would have.
But if it was Nate needing to get out of a marriage contract with, I don't know, maybe he would.
Maybe.
It just seems, it's hard for me to believe him sometimes. So while I think he had good intentions, do I think he should have done it? I think yes. Like you said, it's very Chuck to have done it.
Yeah.
But should he have done it? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how Georgina would have gotten her out of the contract anyway. I don't know if do we ever find out what Georgina was trying to do. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Is it
and it might have
relevant
just
at this
been
point?
convenient for the writers. They're like, all right, we got to get rid of this guy somehow.
Exactly.
So here we go.
Yeah. I mean, he was gone even before they were divorced. Louis, like we didn't. That was his last episode, so we knew something bad was coming there.
I'm so glad he's gone, though.
Yeah. Oh my God, same. It feels so much better now that he's not involved with anything. And
he needed to
I did
go.
like Beatrice, though. I did like Sophie.
She was fun.
They were fun characters, but Louis was like, towards the end, so unbearable as a character.
Yeah.
That whole storyline
Yeah.
just drove me crazy.
I think as a Chair fan, it kind of stressed me out too. I was like, I don't like the direction of this.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, she married someone else. Like, that was it, Chuck. I mean, we knew it wasn't lasting, but she
Right.
did marry someone.
Yeah, because then
You
it was
know,
like, is this gonna
that's
be
big
the new
steps.
thing? Like, is this staying? Like, what's gonna happen?
Right.
Yeah, like, first time you watched, like you said, Jacqueline, I'm sure everyone was panicked. Like, oh my God, is Blair really going to go through with this? And like, there is a part of me, there's no way she's going to go through with this. And then she does. And you're like, well, there's no way this is lasting. Because
I remember
no way.
I thought the same thing when they actually got married, and I was like, wait, no, that wasn't going to happen. That didn't no.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike said, thoughts on Chuck's red sweatsuit. Was it a one piece?
It was a total onesie. We finally get Chuck in athleisure wear, and this was it.
It was so terrible. It was a step above that other outfit, though, with the purple and the yellow with the headband.
Was it? He looked like a Teletubby.
He looked like a Teletubby in
Poe.
both.
Wasn't Poe the red Teletubby? Poe.
Lala, Poe. I don't remember the other ones' names. But remember his purple outfit.
No, I
That
remember.
was also Teletubby.
Yeah, but this was straight up
It was really
red
bad.
Teletubby.
And he also,
It was
from
bad.
behind, looked like a child.
You really
Like,
did.
he looked so tiny. I'm like, not a good look. Like, Nate's in like normal athleisure, and Chuck is in that.
What is that?
I mean, he has how
Yeah, it
much
was
money? Like,
funny.
you can't just buy like something a little nicer. That looked like Walmart right there.
I mean, I'm sure it was like a $10,000 jumpsuit,
yeah.
but it was not necessary to play whatever sport you thought you were playing in that.
No, I think he probably, that was like, I finished. Let me just throw this on, throw it up, step
and
into
it had
it.
the zip up all the
Which
way,
way?
to the hood. What is the purpose of that? To zip your face all the way in the hood?
Yeah.
Did
I
it have
never
that?
understood that. Yeah, he had. It was like the zipper went like all the way up.
So is that so you can fold down and have like a nice cowl?
Maybe.
I don't know.
You know,
I
these
don't
rich
know.
people
What a
leaving their
statement.
sporting, got to zip up and cover up so you can't see them, you know, because they're incognito.
You gotta hide.
Yeah.
That must be what it is.
I can't really picture Chuck playing a sport though.
No.
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 I feel like he definitely
Like,
went
at
down there and
all.
was like, I'm just gonna wear this and people will think I worked out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, like I also can't really picture him like at the gym.
No.
With other people or
No.
anything like that.
Didn't
So-
he play a game? Didn't he play squash? Who played squash?
No, Serena on the horse that time when she ran off with on the horse. Wasn't that a squash game or something?
Isn't squash where you play with a paddle?
Isn't squash when you're on the horse and you hit?
Isn't that polo?
Oh, that's polo.
Is that polo?
Is it
But
horse
isn't
polo?
squash like essentially the same
Horse
thing?
polo?
I think.
I feel like-
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Wow.
I don't know those British
So-
sports. Sorry, British
No.
listeners. I'm sorry.
But he did have the outfit, that awful purple outfit. The
Basketball.
first season, it was basketball, and
Right.
even then, I was like, this doesn't make any sense for Chuck to be playing basketball.
No, what's the sport that's like badminton? Not badminton, racquetball.
That's squash.
That is squash.
Yeah, but did Chuck play squash?
Why? I have this vision of Chuck playing squash with someone.
Oh. I think you might be right. Now I'm blanking on
It
it.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will wants to know, how fast can Diana leave this show? How many more episodes do we have left? Trying to stay positive, but this is rough. This makes season 4 OC look like season 1 of OC.
Yikes! Yikes!
That's harsh, Will, but I agree.
What are
Yeah,
your
that
thoughts on
storyline.
Diana?
Oh, she's so annoying.
She's really annoying.
She is, right?
It's just
I thought it was just me.
something about her face and like I don't know if it's like her character or the actress, but like when she talks, she's like always like has this weird smile. I don't know. I just want to
Always
slap her.
animated.
Verbatim, that's
I
what Liz
literally
said.
what I
Wow.
said that. It's like she is never. It's like a ventriloquist. Like she has never left that. The smile has never left her face, even when she's sad or happy or mysterious. Like every time she delivers something, I'm like, is she joking? I never.
Right.
I mean,
know.
she was smiling
It's-
while saying like child pornography. Like
I know. What a freak.
and she was like, ha
gotcha.
Her eyebrows
it.
just like go up. Like she'll need Botox soon. You know, like she's like. Yeah, it was watching her every time. Michelle and I are like, please just get to the Chuck stuff because we know that's why you're here. Please, we're dying to get to it.
Yeah.
And just this like fluff of Nate and Lola, it was so badly done. It was just not a good part of the episode. Honestly, my favorite part of the episode was when Dan and Blair were on the Met steps. Like, I was like, oh, that's nice. That seems like something that I would enjoy.
Yeah.
But everything, like Diana, her character is so damn annoying.
She's horrible.
And I agree with the fluff storylines with her. It's like, can you get to the point
Just
of why
get to
you're
the
here?
stuff.
We don't need,
Do you think she actually still has feelings for Nate?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just the sex, right? I mean,
I would think
Yeah,
she
I
was.
don't.
sex.
She doesn't seem to have any kind of real like anything. Like
no.
she's a very fake person in general. It
Right.
seems like so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She doesn't seem to have any relationships with anyone, like any real relationships.
Yeah, she just wants to
You never
use
hear her
anybody
like,
she can. Like, can you get me a step
Yeah.
ahead? Nope. Okay, bye. Like,
right,
right.
exactly.
So there, I guess we'll find out more about her. But how fast? Well, I guess to answer Will's question, Michelle, how long do you think Diana will be with us?
2 episodes.
2 more, and that's it for her. She's on the island.
We gotta figure this. We gotta wrap this up.
I know it needs to be wrapped up.
It's gotta go. She's gotta go.
And I can't believe next week we'll be on episode 20.
Right.
That means there's only 4 weeks left of this season. That's crazy. We're hitting the end of this season, and I just can't believe it. The time has just flown by.
I know.
2022.
You know what though? I'll be happy to see her go to the island.
Me too.
You know,
I'll be
usually
happy.
I'm like, really? They're going? No, she can.
She can go. Yeah, I'd be happy to see that too.
Yeah.
Kim asks, why does Lily always keep things from Rufus? Although I do not agree with how Chivy handled things, I don't think Lily should keep him out of major decisions. Do you think Lily was wrong, or was he overreacting? Michelle and I felt like they were both a little wrong
yeah.
in this scenario.
Yeah, I agree.
Big lack of communication.
Always.
Though.
And it's like, how many times can we lie in our marriage and have it be okay? That this is not healthy for any relationship.
Yeah.
So
Just very immature, just the way that they handle their relationship with each other, and just very childish. And there's a reason that, she's been in so many different relationships, because clearly she just can't get it together as far as that goes.
I mean, they've been married for, I want to say, maybe like 2 years-ish at this point, but they've been together maybe like since the start, so maybe like 4 years. But every couple of seasons, like every chunk of episodes, it's like Lily's lying again. It's like you go through this pattern of, we love Lily, oh we love Lily, and then Rufus is saying something stupid. It's just this couple. We used to just really love them, and I'm finding it hard to root for them.
Yeah.
At this moment.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that Rufus was like stepping over boundaries by calling Chivy and the lawyer situation? Like, he just kind of told Lily, you need to call your lawyer and get the assets unfrozen, without really telling her they were going to do it.
I think he was trying to help, but I do think that he needed to step back and let her handle the situation with her family. But I think he had good intentions.
Yeah.
Because in the end,
He
it like
always
is her
does.
family. Like, I know they're married, but they also got married like way later in life, where it's like, this is like your money and your assets. So it's like kind of hard to like step over that, like, especially with the whole history of it too, like the whole shit show that it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is like, it's Lily's finances. And essentially, like, Rufus has finances because Lily has so much money. So I wouldn't be really getting involved if it was me.
And his comment about how, you're set for
you guys have
multiple
plenty of
generations,
money.
and that might be it, but that's not your call to make. And to make that assumption that she would be okay with that is not right either. So I didn't like
Lots
the way
of
he did that.
assumptions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Oh, I spilled water down my face.
It always happens with a big jug like
I
that.
can't stand this water bottle, but it's what I got.
You have to hydrate. It's important.
Our patrons are probably like, "Where's your gallon water bottle?" It broke, guys. I actually left an entire. It was full, and I left it in the freezer at work over a weekend period, and then came back, and the entire thing was shattered around a frozen piece of ice.
Oh man.
So I learned my lesson there, and I'm on to this half gallon, but I can't drink out of it because it has such a big spout. So there you go.
Yeah.
My
You should
story.
look into a hydro jug, I will say. Big fan.
Do they have 64 ounce? Do you know? I'm sure
Yeah,
they do,
it's like
right?
Do they have a mouthpiece?
Yeah, it has a
Yes, there's a
handle,
mouthpiece
like a
on it.
handle, like this.
That's good
and like
because
a
I have to
little
hold
straw.
this with 2 hands.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that.
And you can get like a sleeve and get like a little carrying thing to make it look like a purse, which is really helpful too.
Oh my gosh. A crossbody
Let's get Total Betty
Water-
crossbody water bottle.
jug. We can rock that.
We should get it.
It's perfect.
I'm going to, literally when we're done with this,
Can
I'm gonna
you
get
look
one.
that up? Can you hand it up?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it.
Wonderful.
Vic wants to know, what were your thoughts for you both, because they've heard ours, but what were your thoughts on Vanessa and Jenny, since they are the most hated characters of the fandom of Gossip Girl?
Jacqueline, go ahead.
I'll let Courtney go first. No. I don't hate Jenny. Courtney does. Courtney hates Jenny. But I don't like her, but I also feel like she's the same as every other character, but she's younger and she's poor, so they don't like her, basically. I feel like she does the same things that everyone else does. So I don't, like her as a character, but I also don't have the hatred for her that most people do. Do you want to talk about Jenny and then we'll talk about Vanessa?
I don't know. It just got to the point, like, anytime I saw her face, I just wanted to slap her. Like, with her dark eye shadow, like, eyeliner. Like, she just, like, started out, like, okay, but then she just got to the point, and, like, I understand, like, why she was the way she was because of everything that happened, but I just hated her. I felt like she just caused so much drama. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the black eyeliner Jenny is definitely the worst version of Jenny. That was her darkest time, the darkest storylines for her at that point. Yeah, the girl, she really didn't stand a chance to these people in this world. So, but what about Vanessa? I'm dying to know.
I like Vanessa in the beginning. Don't like her by, what is it, like season 4-ish, when maybe 3, can't remember exactly when her storyline starts to go downhill. But at first, she's very like refreshing and like she's not like all the other characters, and then she is like all the other characters, and then it's just so like her and then hate her, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
I have kind of the same feelings where it was like at the beginning, like I really, really like loved her. I was like, oh, it's such a nice, like fresh take, like someone who's like doesn't really care that much about like the whole scene, but then she got sucked in just like everyone else. And then it was like,
Right.
here we go. Another just kind of copycat character of everyone else.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And to go along with that, she also wants to know, would you rather be an it girl like Serena or kind of a nobody like Vanessa? I'm going to go with Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa.
I would be a nobody.
Yeah, but
For
I'd
sure.
love to have Serena's money. I'm not going to pretend like I
for
wouldn't.
sure.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yes.
But
a little bit of a sprinkle would be nice.
But I don't know if I would like to be written about every day since I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
I
then again,
couldn't handle the spotlight like that.
No.
right. It's a big, she's got a big responsibility. And even in this episode too, she's like, oh, Kiki told us we could have the lingerie, like pick out anything you want. And I was like, oh yeah, like you forget that she is entitled. I mean, she never comes off across that way, but she does have opportunities that most of the other ones don't have. I mean,
And that's
I
all
guess
she
maybe
knows.
Nate,
Like,
but
Right.
it's all she knows. Yeah.
Right.
So if there wasn't Gossip Girl, maybe I would be, I mean, you're still going to be talked about, but I would probably be more inclined to want to be like Serena, but most likely just Vanessa. A nobody like Vanessa.
Yeah.
Would you tell your significant other that your ex was coming into town to save your company? Ooh. I mean, I guess eventually you would have to tell them, right?
Yeah.
I'm a pretty open communicator.
Yeah, I think-
I don't really hold much back. So I'm like, this is going to be trouble if I don't. So might as well.
Same.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I feel like, you know, they would find out eventually. So it's like, might as well be open about that in the beginning because it's always going to lead to that. So
Yeah, that's what I thought
Right.
the second time I watched the show is I was like, wow, like all of this would be solved if people would just talk to each other. Like just have one conversation, 5-minute conversation.
Yeah, I mean, and that's all the shows,
Isn't that
every
the
single
truth?
show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this could
Yeah.
have been avoided if we talked about it, but then we wouldn't have, you know, the issues we have in Gossip Girl.
Right.
But I can't imagine it would be easy to have your ex come in and like actually pay or give you money, like loan you money. Like it's such a dicey situation.
Yeah.
And then for your partner to be like, oh, this person's helping you out and giving you
Yeah.
money. It's a really
I think the disconnect, I never really associated them as a couple.
no, yeah,
and they're
that's
so
true.
new. I
Yeah.
think like Lola
Right.
and Nate, where it's like, would you say it? Because then it's like, you don't really know that much about me. Like me currently, I'm like 5 years in. So I'm like, well, I got to tell you because, you know, you're going to
Right.
find out. But
Right.
like a few weeks in, you're like, do I really have to? Like if she's just going to disappear?
Yeah,
That's a
and
good
him
point.
and Diana were just a fling. They were never really anything.
Right. They weren't like,
Mhm.
I love you, girlfriend,
No.
boyfriend. It was like we
So-
hook up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is still intimidating and not cool in terms of how
Right.
I understand Lola's feelings. But then it was all a ruse anyway.
Right. Which is always so
Mhm.
confusing.
Very confusing. Like when did the two of them
when
start
do
working
you-
together?
When do you both think that Lola and Nate solidified this plan of like, let's do something to Diana? Because they clearly don't show when they came up with this. Like, you don't know when they're actually fighting and when they're not. Like when
Yeah.
it's for the plan. We don't know when this
Yeah,
happened.
I don't know. I was confused too with that storyline because then it reaches that point and you're like, wait, how do we get here? And then you think back on, like you said, like when were they actually fighting and when were they pretend fighting? And I don't really know when that all. I don't know if that's something the writers planned or if they're just like, we should just toss this in. This sounds good. Let's throw in
Right.
a little
Yeah.
surprise here.
Right. Yeah. Vic also wants to know, when Georgina said she would handle it, did you think that meant Chuck would pay off the dowry? Now, this is kind of like what I was I was having like
Articulate.
brain fart.
Yeah.
Like, did Chuck know Georgina was going to figure out this situation for Blair? How else would have Georgina handled it if Chuck didn't pay the dowry? I'm like, does Chuck know Georgina was handling it? Like, didn't know
I don't know.
what the case was, but I really don't know what Georgina would have done besides blackmail Louis somehow, maybe. But
Yeah,
what would she have? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm stumped.
Yeah, I think this is another of like the writers were like, convenient.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to think it through.
Uh-huh.
Like we're just going to go with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I feel like all the questions we ever have on this podcast, there's like, we'll just throw that in because it's convenient for our storyline, but it doesn't actually make sense and we'll never go back to it.
And we
ever
never
again.
let things go
And we don't let
either.
it go, but we're like, but that doesn't make any sense. Or why
Right.
did they do that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is more infuriating about Serena? The fact that she can't decide between Nate and Padge, or that she doesn't want to be in the spotlight, and then when she's not in the spotlight, she's completely jealous.
I think actually the whole between Padge and Nate.
Yeah, the love triangle,
Because-
that was so frustrating.
Yeah, this spotlight thing is her first time experiencing that it could be taken away from her. So I understand where she's coming from, even though I've never been there, but I can understand where she's coming from.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to go for that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think the Dana and Nate thing is really infuriating because she just thinks so highly of herself and just, oh, well, I'll do this and then I'll do that. And they're both still going to want me and then everything is good. And like, they're just going to, fight over me and I can just choose whoever I want and they'll still be there. And just the way that she like looks down upon other people. I don't think even like intentionally. I think just the way that she's always lived her life. That's just how she views other people. Like, I don't think she even has like malice thought about it. It's just, oh, I'm it, and obviously they're gonna want me no matter what. So
Yeah.
you just that like general mindset is so infuriating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely agree. And I think with like the spotlight is like she like actually thought she didn't want to be in the spotlight and then was like, oh, yeah, I do. So then it's like annoying, but a little less annoying. It feels a little less intentional than the whole like love triangle.
Yes.
Right. And I
Agreed.
think it makes sense because I feel as though when they graduated high school and all of those, that blast goes out and the Gossip Girl calls her irrelevant. And I feel like she probably never let that go. And so now she's like, well, I don't want to be in the spotlight, but then nobody will know me or remember me or, you know, going down in history as I'm Serena van der Woodsen, but what does that mean? And I think it probably stems from not wanting to be irrelevant in this town life situation. So, yeah, well, I think that was frustrating. The love triangle was way more infuriating to watch than her being irrelevant. So,
Yeah.
and final question, when do you think, Michelle, when Chuck will find out who actually donated the blood? Will it be next week? Will it be the following week? Will it be the season finale?
Maybe 2 episodes.
So episode
Because
21?
Diana, I gave 2, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to give 2
So
episodes.
you think the episode where Diana leaves the show is the same episode we'll find out that she potentially gave the blood?
Yeah.
Okay. Good prediction.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is all of our questions. Do you guys have anything you want to discuss? Anything that stood out to you? Anything that bothered you that you loved that we haven't talked about already?
Let me look at my notes. Hold on.
Same. I did make a note when Blair tells Chuck that they could never just be friends. Like I highlighted that because I'm like, that is very true. Like there's no way that the two of them could ever have any kind of like relationship that wasn't romantic or sexual or any, like there's no way they could be like just platonic friends. Like that was something that stood out to me. And then as much as I don't like Dan and Blair together, I did love him like making her a princess at the end. Like that was just like super sweet.
Yeah.
That was really sweet.
Agreed.
Yeah. I did like that. That was a nod. I have a question, and this is petty of me to even comment on this, but does Padge's hair trigger you at all? Because
triggering.
I can't let
Yes.
go of the long hair. Like every episode is getting worse and worse. What's going on?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Same.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about when I see him in these episodes. I'm just like, this is so, who decided this was a good look? I don't.
Yeah.
And it looks wet all the time.
it looks so wet all
What
the
is
time.
happening?
And it's like it's dampening this like cute moment between him and Blair, and he's crowning her, and I'm like, this is so sweet, and she's looking back at him. I'm like, ew, like. And it's funny because this whole time I feel like they've made jokes here and there, like Blair saying, "You need to cut your hair, you need to cut your hair," and it just keeps getting longer and longer. And I'm like, does she not care at this point? He looks unkempt, like it does not look good.
It's getting longer, greasier, and wetter, and I'm just every time he comes on screen, poor you. I'm like a broken record. I'm like, what is happening with his hair? It's like focus on the scene. I can't. I'm just like. It's going to get to a point where you could just put it back.
Right. He's going to make a man bun
Yeah.
soon.
That might be better. I'm not sure.
Season 6, his hair is shorter
Okay.
from the pictures I've seen because I haven't actually watched. But yeah, it looks better.
Yeah.
Definitely the best, like better than this. This is the worst.
Yeah. And I know it's just hair. It doesn't
But
reflect his
season 4,
character.
Lucas Scott hair
I
all
know.
over again.
Yes.
Yeah, you know they don't have proper
bad.
hair care. They're not conditioning.
It's not good.
They're not.
No,
Nothing.
it's just not good. Yeah.
Courtney, have you dabbled in any other teen dramas in the realm of obviously what we do is, talk about teen dramas. So we've talked about the OC, we've talked about One Tree Hill, we're watching Friday Night Lights right now. So have you dabbled in any of those?
Yes, I've watched One Tree Hill. I'm actually in the middle of a rewatch right now. So, because
Nice.
it's been quite a long time since I've watched it. But I haven't watched the OC, but I love most teen dramas.
Is this one your favorite, you think, or do you have a different favorite?
It'd be tough between this one and One Tree Hill, but Gossip
Yeah.
Girl might win a little bit. just a little bit.
Aw.
Courtney loves Veronica Mars too.
Veronica Mars is my favorite. Like,
Veronica-
Oh my gosh.
I would love to go back and rewatch
Me
that. I watched that in such a
too.
blur, and I loved every minute of it, and I never wanted it to end. And then, like
That show.
the newer season, I was like, oh no.
Did you watch the newer season?
Yeah. Of
Oh,
course.
okay.
Yeah. Didn't we talk
I'm
about
still
it?
We did.
mad.
I just didn't
I'm
make sure.
still mad.
I know.
Still mad.
Won't
I'm
spoil. I won't spoil.
Still, I think about it a lot, actually, more than I should,
Same.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it still hurts me to this.
Yeah,
day.
I made my fiance
Um,
watch it with me, and like I'll still just be like, I can't believe it. Like he loves it because he
I can't-
loves like
I
any
can't believe it.
like controversy. Like he hates teen dramas, so anything that's like not
Yeah.
your stereotypical like teen drama storyline, he's like, I love it, and I'm like, no, it's terrible.
Yeah. Because that show was. It came out in the time that these shows were on, but it was so different.
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it, it was short but sweet, and just everything about it
wish-
was so perfect.
I wish out of all of the shows, I could watch that one for the first time again.
Same.
Yep.
Out of all of the shows, and the OC is my favorite, Veronica Mars, I wish I could watch that for the first
Yeah,
time.
same.
That was the most enjoyable watch I think I had in a really...
It's such a clever
Mhm.
show
So
to
good.
add
It's
like
so good.
mystery, but also the teenage aspect
Yeah.
of it. It just was so good,
Oh my
and all
gosh.
the characters are so lovable. It just
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and like season 2 was like
feature.
just as good as season 1 too. Like they didn't like drop the
Yeah.
ball like
Mhm.
normally. Like it was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it really
And like you
was.
said, like it's just so different too.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't like, all the other shows have some kind of similar, like, oh yeah, but it was just like fresh, and
Yeah.
something like,
Yeah.
You kind of don't see
New.
any, because every season pretty much ends on like not a cliffhanger, but like you figure out the mystery in the
Mhm.
end, and every time you're like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. So it was
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, and Veronica
Really,
and
really good.
Keith
I
are
miss
just
it.
yeah.
the sweetest daddy-daughter
I
duo of all time.
Oh
I
my
know.
Oh my god, I love that.
Keith Mars. Oh my goodness.
What a perfect dad.
Yeah. Mhm.
Love him.
Yes.
He's great.
I got to rewatch that
Yeah,
soon, I
same.
think. Mm.
That's it, ladies. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you all.
It was so nice meeting you,
It was
Courtney.
nice meeting you.
Yeah.
And I hope we get to chat soon. And when Michelle's
Yes.
done with Gossip Girl, we can chat all spoilers and
Yeah.
everything. So-
Before we hang up, tell us about your podcast.
You, me too. Okay, so we do. We have a
Both look at each other.
We have a podcast, Caffeinated Crimes. It's spoiler alert about crime. So it is a true crime podcast. So each week, we just take on a different topic. Like we have a different topic each episode. And yeah, we just tell you all about it, put some of our thoughts in, try to make you happy at the end with a perk of the week. But yeah.
Cute.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll link that in the show notes.
Yeah,
so
everything will be in the show notes.
everyone
Go
go
check
find
them
it.
out.
Yeah.
And thank you so mumuch for joining us. Thank you, Jacqueline, for being a patron. We're so
Thank you,
super appreciative
Jacqueline.
of you. And we love you. So thank you for coming
Yes.
on.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for having us. It was really fun. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we can do it again sometime too.
Definitely.
Yeah, and let me know when you do your
Yeah.
Veronica Mars one, because I'll come on and talk about it all day.
Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
We'll add it to the list.
yeah, add to the list.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Are you addicted to coffee?
Do you like true crime?
If so, come check out our podcast, Caffeinated Crimes.
Every week, we research a different true crime case and sit down with a cup of coffee and exchange our thoughts.
From Ed Gein to Lizzie Borden to the suspicious death of Keith Warren, we cover a variety of stories.
You can find us on your favorite podcast app or at caffeinatedcrimes.com.
Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline and Courtney.
Thank you.
What a pleasure. It was so much fun getting to chat with them on this ridiculous episode. I'm glad we could add some positivity to it.
Doesn't Courtney look so familiar to me?
You think?
Yeah. And because I don't know, have I seen her on
Social
media? But she reminded me of someone. Anyway, they're super cute and sweet, and
Really
I'm really
sweet.
glad we finally got to have them.
I know. So go check out their podcast. I'm super
Yeah.
interested 'cause, guys, I love true crime and I love coffee. So, it's like the perfect combination of everything that I love. So check them out in the description. And
Yes.
let them know that we sent you. Okay, so my trivia is on the laptop screen at the end. The word always has been spelled wrong.
What?
And
How is it spelled?
I guess I don't really know. They just told me it was spelled wrong. Sure. Title based off the movie Girl Interrupted.
Yeah.
We had music by The Lighthouse and the Wailer, MIA, Charlotte Gainsbourg, Hustle Roses, Class Actress, the Big Pink. I think there was 4 headbands. The Minion girls had headbands, and then the lingerie people had headbands.
I had
right?
5.
Okay, we'll give it 4 to 5. 4 to 5. I did like Serena's cheetah shirt, but we didn't like the combination. It was a lot of pattern going on.
I liked Blair's what looked like a silk satin yellow robe.
Oh yeah, I loved that. We did not like the other outfit. That outfit was too much color, and she was wearing hot pink tights and hot pink shoes.
I know.
Did
It
not
wasn't even
like
a
it.
good pink. I don't really like the shade of pink that they
No,
were
not
using.
cute. Lily's skirt and black top I had.
Yeah, I like that. And we liked Patch's coat.
Yes, he's worn that coat before. Every time I see him in him, I'm like, that's a nice coat. It's like fleece, but
Plaid.
flannel,
Yeah.
and just has it's just a nice coat.
I really did like, I don't know if you saw the pink candle holders on the Waldorf table.
Oh,
and they
no.
were holding taper candles. Really nice.
Cute.
Yeah.
I also put Serena's cream coat. Now I can't think about the cream coat. I did these notes a while ago. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure, it's in there. What about quotes?
Yeah. It is your destiny to be gossip worthy.
That's my first quote. I also have, we do not negotiate with terrorists, especially ones from Florida.
Hello, darling. Did you miss me?
They barely have dental hygiene in Florida.
Sneak up on me again or I'll make you wear a bell.
That's all I had. You have any other good ones?
Just that Kubrick Zirconia does not touch this body.
I loved that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great. All right, it's time for an MVP and shittiest. Tough, but I'll, go with who I thought was the best out of all the shittiest.
Yeah, I don't really actually love my MVP, but just for one moment is why this person's getting
Same.
the title.
Same.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
Padge.
Yeah. We had mostly the votes for Padge. We did have one for Chuck as well. But the crown moment was the best part. I mean,
Best part.
in the chat, Kimberly was saying, oh, as Padge is needy, he's needy, he's needy. And like, I feel like he's like that all the time.
Yeah.
In any relationship, not just like a romantic relationship. So it didn't bother me as much, but I did really enjoy the moment, as I've said 100 times already on this episode. But I really did enjoy him doing something nice for Blair. And she really was so beautiful and so happy.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Shittiest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hated a lot of people, but I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, Serena.
S by S.
Without a doubt.
Girl bye. So is she no longer running S by S?
I guess that's
Is
not
that blog
happening
dead?
because Nate fired her.
right? So I get the Spectator. Does it have the rights to S by S?
I don't know, but she's not continuing that.
Right.
So I guess, this is her. The only thing she's doing is being Gossip Girl because she doesn't have anything else.
Yeah.
But you guys know why we picked her, because it was just so aggravating to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like a lot of people in this episode, but the fact that she was like, I can't believe you used me, that was like the setting off point. I was like, okay, no, that's it. Serena. That's it.
I know.
We also had some votes for Lily and a vote for Rufus in this episode. I mean, all fair. All right, time for a Betty of the Week.
You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty.
This week I chose Molly,
Molly.
aka Mollyist, her own dubbed name. If you listen to Talkin' Texas Forever, you already know this, but Molly has been on the Discord chat. We love getting to know her. She's a fairly new pledge, so we're still getting to know her, but she's been active, and we just wanted to say thank you, and we're hoping that you're enjoying your Total Betty journey, and we're getting excited to know you. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Mollyest. It's so cute.
Mollyest. And her little photo is like a little monster. It's so cute. She just seems so cute. Okay. I have a title for next week. We are getting into the 20s. I mean, we're hitting episode 20. I cannot believe it. And then only 4 more weeks left of the season. So the title is Salon of the Dead. You heard it. Salon of the Dead. Salon.
Like
Salon, like a hair salon. I thought maybe it was saloon. It's not.
I thought you were going to say Slancha of the Dead.
Slancha of the Dead. I was
Salon
like,
of the Dead.
I saw the title, and for the long, I was like, do they mean saloon? And then I'm listening to the episode. I'm like, no, we're calling it a salon. So it's a salon.
Salon of the Dead.
Salon of the Dead.
Got it.
Next week, we'll be joined by Theo and Cordy from Freaky Franchise Podcast.
Aww.
We had these 2 sisters on last season. They were so sweet. We had to have them back. So make sure you send questions for them as well, because I can't wait to catch up on their journey, because I'm pretty sure that Theo is not finished with Gossip Girl yet. So this should be fun. Seeing where she's at. Okay. So Salon of the Dead, my 3 gossip words are 3 gossip words: audition, irrelevant, compromise. Yeah, it's another doozy. Hopefully 21 is a 21 in honor good.
So I think compromise has to do with Lufus. I think they need to figure out their shit. I don't think this is the end for them. In fact, I'm not even worried. Maybe I should be, but I'm not, because I'm like, whatever.
Their end game.
I guess. I don't have the only relationship I like on this show, truly, that I really, really, really do like is Lily and Chuck together. I think they have a really sweet relationship. And when I see them on screen, I get excited in this deep way. You know, in the beginning, like Padge and the pair affair was like, oh, this is so juicy. But anytime we have a Charles and Lily moment. So
it's sentimental. It's sweet.
Yeah. Lufus, to me, is not like couple goals by any means.
No.
Yeah. But I think they need to work on their marriage, and they have to work on their communication.
Okay, yeah.
And they need to come to a compromise. Irrelevant, Serena's going to try to make Lola irrelevant. Like, let's just get rid of this. I control the narrative. Girl, bye. And audition, maybe Lola does have an audition and for something, and Serena will try to take her down by making her irrelevant because of what she's trying to do. So the audition's going to go poorly because the casting directors will be influenced.
Wonderful.
Thank you
did
so much.
very well with
Thank you
those
so much.
predictions. What about an emoji? I wanted to do the crown, but I felt like we've done that before. We've definitely done the crown before, right?
Probably, but we could do the crown. This is a crowning moment.
It is.
It's when she really became a princess, in my opinion.
I loved this.
So let's do the crown moment.
Yeah. And I love this GIF. I mean, is it a GIF? Is it a GIF? I never know. I'm 32 years old. We'll never know if it's a GIF or a GIF. Anyway, the crowning of Blair, and even Michelle was like, oh, I've definitely seen that before, because you can't miss it. It's such a good meme, GIF, whatever it is. It's awesome. So everyone send it in the Discord chat, because I just love it so much.
It's so cute.
But send us a crown anywhere. Instagram, DM, Discord if you're on there, email if you want, even an Apple Podcast review. I mean,
what a great idea.
These girls are royalty
queens at podcasting. Tap 5 stars. Leave us a review. It helps the show grow.
Yeah. Please.
It means so much to us. And we did get a new review.
Yes. Awesome. So excited.
New review from Hot Mama 13.
Oh my God. Yes.
5 stars. Love this podcast. One of my favorite podcasts, as someone who has watched Gossip Girl over 50 times.
Wow.
50 times. It's definitely refreshing to hear about it through someone else's eyes. I look forward to every new episode with 4 emojis, the beer glasses, 2 of those, and 2 red hearts.
Oh, 50 times.
Wow.
Bless your heart.
Okay. Hot Mama 13. Could you send us an email?
Yes, please.
And briefly, you don't need to write, I'm not giving you an assignment.
essay.
But I want to know, watching 50 times, does your opinion change?
Yeah, what do you love about this show?
Yeah. Is it a comfort?
Yeah.
Did you start off loving a character and then you're like, by the end, no, this is my favorite character? I need to know 50 times.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever
favorite
watched something
season.
50 times.
Yeah, I watched Friends 50 times. It's
Maybe
probably
certain
really
episodes
close.
if you add it up.
If you add it up, it's probably really close. But
all seasons though, 50 times.
no, I mean you can't do 10 seasons of 50 times. I don't think I did it 50 times.
Wow.
I mean
50 times.
it might be possible.
I keep looking at it because I'm like, did I read that right?
Yeah, 50 times. I forgot to mention and
Over 50 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Randy said that Chuck looked like Ali G. I know when I said wow, wow, wee, wow, it reminded me that I was supposed to tell everyone that he looked like Ali G in the red outfit.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I made him happy there.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you so much for the review.
Thank you.
It's so sweet. Yeah. If you are loving the show, just please consider leaving us a review, rating us on Spotify. If that's where you listen.
We see those stars. We were looking today and
we
we're
can
like,
see them.
oh,
yeah.
You have been tapping.
Yeah. This show has a great rating on there. We would love for it to get even better.
Yeah.
So check us out on Spotify if you want to listen over there. But we love and appreciate you either way. All right. Before After Dark, I have Will's Treat tonight. Gossip Girl characters as a type of document or writing for the divorce papers.
Oh.
We have, this is the time of the night that I lose my voice. Blair, expose. She is the queen of drama and the master at drawing out others' true selves and exposing them to the world. Chuck, contract, hard and definite, ironclad and entrenched in their behavior, but sometimes contracts can be amended. Season 5 of Chuck and Giuseppe Chuck.
Yeah.
Dan, novel, duh. Serena, article. Her foray into long-form Gossip Girl blast is like her personality, always trying to find a new take on life and adventure. Nate, memo. Nate is stepping into his role as a duplicitous. Got it, guys. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Boss who is hung up on women to the dismay of the one relationship that might be good for him. Lola, diary. I think she is portrayed as someone who would start their diary with, Dear Diary.
For sure.
Yeah. Rufus, sheet music. He writes music, and that's the only reason, honestly. Lily, an affidavit. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Diana, party invitation. She is the master of this party makes Gossip Girl seem more fake than almost anything else. And Dorota, a how-to guide. She knows how to help everyone in their life.
I love Dorota.
I have to say, last week I said a fresh of breath air. And Michelle goes, I couldn't edit it out. I just have to let you know it was going in. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I just want to let you guys know that I know it's a breath of fresh air. I literally said it.
Like
but
a PSA.
I actually had to think about it because when I said it, I knew it sounded wrong. And I was like, let's just go with it. And then listening back, I was like, that's not right. And I started laughing. And then in the Discord chat, Mike is like, I'm so honored that you would actually fumble over your words when trying to describe me. And so I just wanted to let everyone know, PSA, Alyssa does know the saying is a breath of fresh air. And again, I had to think about it.
You know, it's funny. And I tell Liz this all the time. And I'll tell you guys this, that how many times we've recorded something and I will screw up a word and then I'll go back and re-record it and put it in and you have no idea.
You have no idea.
I just did it for Talking Texas Forever. I just did it today because I said a word wrong.
See if you can figure it out.
Yeah.
You never will.
XOXO.
XOXO. That's Michelle Gossip Mitch.
Gossip Mitch. Yeah.
That is it for the first big half, and then we're gonna go into After Dark. So if you're new, this is where we leave you live, folks. I'm sorry, but good night. We hope you have a great one, and we'll see you next week. But we're gonna strap on in.
Go.
We're ticking.
Click. Click. I like how our arms go up. And then roller coaster, come on.
You know you love us.
XOXO.
Gossip Girls.
After Dark.
Come
Oh,
on.
I hit the mic.
Is this better than us doing turkey screams?
I don't know. You guys let us know which one you like better.
They're going to be like, neither we hate all of it.
Do you like a combination?
Welcome to After Dark.
We're here.
We're here.
This is your last shot, newbies.
Yes.
Get on out.
Get on out. I believe Vic is out.
Is she the only one? Yeah, I guess so, right?
Yes, I believe so. If anyone,
You've heard it here.
this
guys.
is it.
This is it.
Get out.
I do have After Dark thoughts from Jacqueline and Courtney. I'll play it for you here, Michelle, but you
Okay.
can insert it. Hopefully you guys can hear it.
Hey, Liz and Michelle. Super exciting to be here in After Dark for the first time. Happy to join you.
Yeah, and this episode's kind of a difficult one to have a clip for because it's very obvious that right now Serena is Gossip Girl and not anyone else previously speculated.
Yeah, so our biggest question, or one of our biggest questions is, do you think that Dan/Nate is feeding into Serena's Gossip Girl blast in this episode, or is it just her? So, are they sending her some information to post, or is she just like going rogue and posting everything on her own?
Yeah, and we also want to know your guys' thoughts on Serena herself being Gossip Girl, because through all these seasons, we've seen, Gossip Girl kind of made her who she is, but also has destroyed her life in a lot of ways, and most of her friends' lives in a lot of ways. So how do you feel about Serena actually, like, almost enjoying being Gossip Girl and kind of loving that power?
Yes. So look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's so sweet.
I don't think Nate or Padge are feeding into this.
No, I think they want ASAP to get it back from her because why should Serena be messing with what was rightfully theirs?
And I think, like I said, I think it's like a spell on Serena, and she's highly enjoying this. Not highly enjoying it, but now feels this kind of revenge, rage, and power. Power can make you a little evil.
Oh, it sure can.
And I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think Nate, or Dan, whoever is supposed to be Gossip Girl, wanted to give Serena any type of ammo or any information on there. Yeah. I wonder if she took the photo herself of Lola, or if like literally someone took it and they just sent it to her. And
I thought Serena took it.
Did she take it? I don't remember.
I think so.
I also wanted to mention we got a message today from Heather on Instagram asking if we wanted to know why Dan would want the password and rights back from Serena. They're like, do you know, since both of you know that Dan is Gospel, do you know why Dan would want the rights back from Serena? And I'm like, I can only assume that, he wouldn't want her messing with it. Like, just, give it back to me. Like, why would he want her having access to it? But Heather said the original Gossip Girl, aka Dan, wants the laptop back because she can't get into the site anymore because when Serena took over, she changed the site password. Georgina didn't do that. She used the old server and password, but now Serena has had full control over the site. Serena has 100% control, and Gossip Girl as the center of the storyline comes back, I guess, down the line, which I felt like the story fell by the wayside with all the craziness of some stories. Gossip Girl shut the site down after the accident, which is also why she wasn't really a part of the story. This is where you can see how the Gossip Girl reveal makes sense more as you get into season 6. Big clue in Gossip Girl, Crazy Cupid Love. I don't know what that means.
What?
In Crazy Cupid Love, there was a big clue. I'm trying to remember. Did we talk about anything?
I'm sure we did, but it's not ringing a bell.
It's not ringing a bell.
All right.
Heather thinks it's not a server. It's actually the website, and Georgina hacked into the website, but Serena has changed the password. So now original Gossip Girl, aka Dan, can't get back into the website.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
sorry.
But at this point, isn't it Nate?
It is Nate. So,
but
right.
The writer, well, okay. But really, it's Dan the whole time. It's Padge the whole time.
Right.
So we have to null and void that, right? Okay.
Right. And I didn't find anything on Reddit.
I know.
In regards to Nate being Gossip Girl, but I did find an article from the Daily Beast quoting Joshua Safran saying that Nate's motivation for starting Gossip Girl has stemmed from his guilt cheating on Blair with Serena. And also one of the writers realized that Nate had never sent a tip into Gossip Girl, which is true at least through the end of season 5, he explains, but Nate never sent a tip in all of those episodes, which is when we were like, oh, well, then he's Gossip Girl. So there really wasn't much creativity there. It was oh, that's convenient. He's never sent in a blast.
Right.
He's Gossip Girl. That sucks. Because it doesn't make sense any other way.
Yeah.
Unless the Crazy Cupid love is what Heather's referencing, and maybe that's the only thing that would make sense that Nate is actually Gossip Girl, because I don't really remember. And it was a few episodes ago. I'll have to go back and listen.
I know.
To it.
But would you have said something, or it would be something you'd have to watch and observe?
I don't know.
Let me see if anyone in the chat.
Yeah, you guys let us know. What do you think Heather means by the big clue in Gossip Girl and Crazy Cupid love? That was obviously the Valentine's Day episode. So with Blair and Dan.
Yeah.
And the play.
Right.
That was Valentine's Day?
I don't.
That might not have been Valentine's Day. Like, I can tell you guys right now.
Yeah, I can tell you too.
It was Blair can't resist playing Cupid for Dan and Serena, right? And Georgina.
Valentine's Day.
What?
It was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to think. I thought that was the book reading, but it's not. That was the following episode. This is when Charlie comes back. Serena is shocked by something she witnesses at the party. What was that? I don't remember.
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't know. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, good information though. Thank you so much for sending.
It was the Come As You Were party.
Yeah.
The high school party. So
right.
I don't know. You guys let us know. But yeah. Again, Serena's Gossip Girl in this episode. And it's really boring.
So it'll get interesting when Gossip Girl goes back to where they belong.
Right, which I'm hoping is by the end of the season, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then season 6 will be really honing in on like tracking this, because it's like, okay, we know
we're getting close. I mean, season 6 is only 10 episodes, so
I'm
they better
excited.
It's like shows nowadays where it's only 10 episodes and they are jam-packed 10 episodes. So I'm hopeful that that's the case, because this season, I mean, guys, I felt it is probably the worst of the bunch, even though we know these characters so well now at this point. It makes it fun to discuss it, but like the content, at least in the second half of this season, I felt it was so... The cats are growling at each other. I thought that was Anne. It just was very lackluster in appeal, and I felt like the way the Chivy stuff was revealed, I guess because I was so pent up, that it was like a down, like it was almost like a downer.
Well, okay.
The way they revealed it.
So we have,
and also Diana's stuff, a little bit of a downer
right.
too, in my opinion.
So we have 4 episodes left. So we need to wrap up. Lola's a sister.
We need to find out Lola's cousin. Sister. It has to happen now.
Chivy situation. Is Chivy on the island? No, she's not. Chivy situation and the Diana and donated blood.
Right.
So that's the stuff we have to wrap up, and Gossip Girl getting her groove back. That's what we have to wrap up. And then everything else is just, will they,
then
won't
it's
they?
Like fresh,
Chuck and Blair.
Sort of fresh start into next season.
Yeah. So we still have a decent, I still do want to see the Diana thing play out. I am excited for that. And everything else, I'm just like, we'll see.
Right. I know.
But the Diana and the Chuck, I'm curious, and I want to see that.
Yeah.
She's making a face, so, I don't have too much hope in it.
I've seen some things, but we will be back next week to discuss some more things.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone that's been live with us tonight. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our listeners, and we are happy to have you guys with us.
As always,
and just have a great night, day, wherever you are, and we'll be back next week with Theo and Cordy. So make sure to send everyone questions. Okay? Thanks. Thank you so much for listening to 3 Gossip Girls Podcast. You can email us at 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com. Or if you want to follow this show and all of our others, you can head over to Instagram at Total Betty Podcast Network.
This has been a Total Betty podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vocora.